Hi, Guru Bob here, and I'm going to do a little bit of a little rant. I usually do martial arts videos, or I do a lot of poems, and that's where I usually get my feelings about what's going on out in those poems. And I've gotten a lot of support, and a lot of people like what I'm saying and agree, and that's a good thing because the country is kind of tired already of some of the stuff this present administration is doing. But he does have a lot of supporters, and I've gotten just a little bit of some little hate mail and pushback as well. But one person actually got to me a little bit. They said, "Oh, you shouldn't be talking about hate. You shouldn't hate haters because that's shallow and Nazis. Don't shouldn't you uh, shouldn't Nazis be and bigots be treated with respect just like everybody else? Like the other people you're talking about." And I'm saying, no, absolutely not. People who are violent and preach bigotry and being are harmful to other people's way of living and try to interfere with who somebody should love or hate somebody because of their color of their skin or their religion. I have no apologies for going after them. I do not. They're bad people. I think this administration has kind of fostered them with some of its policies, and I also think this administration is also costing a lot of lives, like U.S. aid, defunding U.S. aid. That's aid to children in foreign lands that are starving to death. The defunding could cost millions of children's lives. That's not a good thing, and I'm going to speak out against it. I'm not going to just go quietly about it. I'm not going to be quiet. I don't hate people because they hate. I hate people because they do wrong things, because they make policies or they support policies that are harmful to good Americans. Immigration has always been a big problem. There's no question, and people shouldn't be coming across the border illegally. But to say that they're all murderers and rapists and the worst of the worst, it's a bunch of nonsense. 99% of the people who come across the border are just families and people trying to survive. That's the way it is. It's usually, if you look at statistically, most of the drugs and fentanyl and stuff comes through regular ports, not across the borders. I mean, they come through the regular port of entries. And usually, when they do catch somebody, it's usually an American citizen who's actually doing the smuggling. He may be working for the cartels, but that's who it is. So, these are just lies to the administration to get out there and get people to have somebody to hate. They did the same thing in Germany with the Jewish population. Everybody should have their own religion. Everybody should be able to love who they want to love. Everybody should be able to think the way that they want to think. But if you're saying, well, then you should extend that same right to Nazis. Well, they can think whatever they want, but they better not try to enforce their views and on the lifestyles of people who are different than them. The physical intimidation, the hate speech, all this sort of stuff is bad for America. And I'm going to say that. Now, I'm not saying they should be arrested for speaking out. What I am saying is if they act violently, they should be arrested. And if they are going to influence policy, then you should have people standing up and stopping that. We don't need that in this country. America is a melting pot, and as it's been said before, it's a little bit of a salad now. People can have their own views and be different and still be Americans. I believe that people should love each other and get along with each other, but it's hard to get along with somebody who is spewing hate and violence and wants to put policies into place that harm other people or that will cause lives of innocent people. That's my view. That's my rant. And I'll go back to doing the poems just like I always have. And the people who want to hate it can hate it. That's up to them. Everybody have a good day, have a good life, and peace.